Oh,
I gotta go now.
Such a struggle.
But because you guys are going for a run, do you guys want to do like a little bit of a slow flow at the beginning and then move into yin, or do you want to? Yeah.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, we can do a nice flow and then step into dragon. So at least it'll be a little bit more like we'll be a little bit more warmed up, so it won't feel as like obnoxious.
You're killing me, Mark.
Which means we start with the dragon.
I promise you, though, it will only be 1.5 minutes each side, so it won't be that. We won't do like the 3-minute holds.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's start in Shavasana.
Do we need lights?
Yeah. And as you make your way into Shavasana, just allowing your body to begin to settle into your mats. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale it all out, let it all go. Take another deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it all out, let it all go. And with every inhale and exhale, allow your body to begin to settle. Letting your mind begin to calm. And taking this opportunity this evening to check in with yourself and notice how you're feeling. Notice how your body's feeling. Taking a few moments to scan from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. And notice if there's any areas that are a little bit tight or a little bit stiff. Anything that might be a little bit sore. And breathing into those areas, letting your breath bring softness to anything that might be tight or stiff. Bring relief to anything that might be sore. Letting your body settle a little bit more. Notice if anything, if you're holding any tension anywhere. And breathing into those areas. Letting your breath dissolve any tension. Letting your body settle a little bit more. Taking note of any thoughts that might be rising up. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales. And your exhales. And take a few moments this evening to set an intention for your practice. Something you wish to receive from the class. And on your next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently moving your toes. And on your next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then opening your arms up into a T and letting your knees gently fall to your right side, coming into a twist. Keeping your left shoulder blade pressed into your mat. Adjusting your knees, whether you draw them closer to your body or you soften your knee bends. Breathing into any area where you might be feeling sensation. Letting your breath bring ease to those areas. Letting your body settle a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. As you let your knees gently fall to your left side. Keeping your right shoulder blade pressed into the mat. Adjusting your knees, whether you draw them closer to your body or you soften your knee bends. Breathing into any areas where you might be feeling a little bit of sensation. Letting your breath bring softness to those areas. Finding a little bit more rest. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. As we open up to happy baby, grab the outside of your feet, open your knees nice and wide. Gently rocking a little bit of forward and backwards. A little bit of side to side. Then drawing your knees back into your chest and letting them sway from the right to the left. Gently letting your knees fall to your right side or to your left side, coming into fetal position. We'll take a couple breaths here. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale it all out. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up and making your way to tabletop position. Stacking your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. On the inhale, drop our belly, pull our chin forward. Exhale, press into the palms of our hands, round our spine. Inhale, drop our belly, pull our chin forward. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine. On the next inhale, can you try to open up your shoulders a little bit more? Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, tucking your chin in a little deeper. Inhale, maybe your eyes draw up slightly higher. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, tucking your tailbone in a little bit deeper. Couple more breaths here. Inhale, can you open up your shoulders a little bit more? Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, tucking your chin in a little deeper. Last one, inhale, maybe you draw your eyes up a little bit higher. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, tucking your tailbone and chin in just a little bit deeper. Then coming back to neutral spine. So planting your hands, curling your toes, we'll send our hips up in our downward facing dog. So press our knees up and then our hips back. And take a few moments here to pedal out your feet. So bend one knee, straighten the other. Repeat that on the other side. Gently moving your hips from side to side. Trying to get out all the kinks. Eventually finding stillness in this posture. Pressing into the palms of the hands, trying to lengthen your spine. Exhale, can you draw your heels a little bit closer to your mats? 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Step, hop, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, circle your hands up to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, circle your hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a few moments here to pedal out the feet. Move your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full breath in. One full breath out. Step, hop, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle your hands up to the sky. Interlace your third, fourth, and fifth fingers. Send your hips to the left, arms to the right on your exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cactus your arms, open up your chest. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a few moments here to pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness in this posture for 2 full breaths. So take a deep inhale, pressing into the palms of your hands. Exhale, can you draw your heels a little bit closer to the mat? Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Step or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, circle your hands up to the sky. Exhale, let's dive all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take one full breath in here. One full breath out. On the next inhale, float your right leg high to the sky. And on your exhale, step your right foot through your hands. Release your back left heel. Inhale to your warrior one. Exhale, let your body settle. On the next inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, open up to your warrior two. On your next inhale, come into your reverse warrior. Left hand, left thigh, right arm draws up and back. Exhale to your extended side angle. Right elbow, right knee. Left arm circles forward. Inhale, let's come back to our reverse warrior. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, extended side angle. Right elbow, right knee. Left arm circles forward. One more time. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, come back to your reverse warrior. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a few breaths here. Pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full breath in. One full breath out. On the next inhale, float your left leg high to the sky. And on your exhale, step your left leg through your hands. Release your back right heel. Inhale to your warrior one. Exhale, let your body settle. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, open up to your warrior two. Inhale, come into your reverse warrior, right hand, right thigh, left arm draws up and back. Exhale, extended side angle, left elbow, left knee, right arm circles forward. Very nice. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, left elbow, left knee, right arm circles forward. Inhale, reverse warrior, filling up your lungs. Exhale, extended side angle, left elbow, left knee, right arm circles forward. Inhale, come back to your reverse warrior, fill up your lungs. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to plank. Move through our chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a few breaths here. Pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full breath in. One full breath out. Step or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, circle your hands up to the sky. Interlace your third, fourth, and fifth fingers. Send your hips to the left, arms to the right on your exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cactus your arms, open up your chest. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. Take one full breath in. One full breath out. On the next inhale, float your right leg high to the sky. And on your exhale, step your right foot through your hands. Release your back left heel. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale, let your body settle. On the next inhale, straighten your right leg. Then exhale, reach and fold, coming into pyramid pose. Hands can rest on your mat or they rest on your shin. Inhale, can you draw up your upper body a little bit? Exhale, can you fold a little bit deeper? So if it's a little bit too intense on your hamstring on your right leg, always bend that knee a little bit. But with every exhale, try and allow your upper body to draw closer to your leg. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly reach both hands up to the sky. On the exhale, bend your right knee, come back to warrior one. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Just one time, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, right elbow, right knee, left arm circles forward. Inhale, reverse warrior, fill up your lungs. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here, pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full breath in. One full breath out. On the next inhale, float your left leg high to the sky. And on your exhale, step your left foot through your hands. Release your back right heel. Inhale to your warrior one. Exhale, let your body settle. On the next inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale as you reach and fold, coming into pyramid pose. Inhale, draw up your upper body. Exhale, can you fold a little bit deeper? And have a slight bend of that knee if it's a little bit too intense on your hamstring. With every exhale, just allowing your body to fold a little bit deeper. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly reach both hands back up to the sky. Exhale, bending your left knee back to warrior one. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, open up to your warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow, left knee, right arm circles forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to plank. Move through our last chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a few breaths here. Pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full breath in. One full breath out. On the next inhale, begin to walk your hands up to your feet. And we're going to come into just a dangle or a hang or a ragdoll. So you can either grab your elbows and let your body sway from side to side and walk your feet out a little bit wider than your hips. You can just let your body just hang to. Try to allow your shoulders to soften, removing tension from your neck. We're going to hold this a little bit longer than we normally hold. So if you're swaying, maybe you just pause and just let your body just rest. And you can always play with the balance on your feet too. So if you come more to your toes, you might feel it in a little bit different spot in your hamstring. If your hamstrings are tight, you can always slightly bend the knees as well. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, and repeat that on the other side. We're just trying to release our low spine and stretch out the back of our legs. Take a couple more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, begin to walk your hands back to your downward facing dog. From here, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, float your right leg high to the sky. And exhale, step your right foot through your hands. From here, release your left knee onto your mat, coming into dragon pose. Release those left toes. And maybe you walk your foot out a little bit. And then from here, coming onto the palms of your hands and allowing that right hip to open up. Or if you have the mobility in your hip, you can just walk those hands out onto your forearms. If you have a block, you can always set a block down as well. Keep breathing into that right hip. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out maybe a little bit further? Allowing your upper body maybe to draw a little bit closer to your mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out maybe just a little bit further, challenging your edge. Or maybe you've reached your maximum tonight and you just stay where you're at, or maybe you need to walk your hands up. We have a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, coming back up onto the palms of your hands. If you have your hip open, coming back and closing it, walking your feet back to where it's underneath your shoulder, curling your left toes under, straightening that left leg, sending your right leg back to your three-legged dog, giving it a little bit of a gentle shake. And then from here, we're going to come into pigeon pose. So draw your right knee to your right wrist, right ankle to your left. Release your left toes. Walk your hands up to set the hips. And on your exhale, begin to walk your hands out, coming into your reclined pigeon. Allowing your right hip to settle. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further, challenging your edge. Letting your right hip settle a little bit more. Got a few more breaths here. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. Whew. As we sit on our right glutes. And then draw your left leg forward. So we're going to come into half butterfly. So draw your left leg forward. And then take your right foot and draw it to the inside of your left thigh. Sitting on both sit bones, reach both hands up. Slightly turn to your left and begin to fold over your left leg. And maybe you grab onto your foot, or maybe you grab onto your shin or your ankle. Maybe you take a strap and you allow a strap to help you out. With every exhale, trying to allow your upper body to draw closer to your leg. If your hamstring's a little bit tight, you could always bend that knee. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you let your body fold a little bit deeper? Maybe if you have a bend in your knee, you try to straighten it a little bit to add a little bit more sensation to your hamstring. Got a few more breaths here. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. Whew, very nice. As you take your right hand behind you and reach your left hand forward, we're gonna add a little bit of a back bend to this. So press into our right hand as you drop your hips and reach that left hand back. Exhale, lower down. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Last one, let's hold it at the top. Inhale. Exhale, hold here. On the next inhale, can you reach your fingertips back a little bit further? Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Very nice. As you release your right leg, and you give that a little bit of a shake. And then make your way into Shavasana, so lower all the way down onto your back. Allow your palms to face up. And allow your right hip to settle. Maybe your left hamstring to relax. Allow your shoulders to soften. Taking a few moments to just let your body release after all the hard work that we put it through. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. And then letting your knees sway from the right to the left. Gently letting your knees fall to the right side or to the left side, coming into fetal position. And we'll just take a couple breaths here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it all out. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up. Making your way back to tabletop position. Planting your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We're going to come into our downward facing dog. So press our knees up and then our hips back. And on the next inhale, float your left leg high into the sky. And on the exhale, step your left leg through your hands. Release your back right heel onto your mat. Your back knee onto the mat. Release your toes. And so you can stay here, or maybe you walk your foot out to the edge of the mat and open up your hip. You can stay on the palms of your hands, or maybe you walk down onto your forearms. Letting your left hip settle. You might feel a little bit in your right hip flexor as well. Take a few moments to notice how this side feels. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further, challenging your edge? Allowing that left hip to open up maybe just a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you walk those fingertips out just a little bit further? Got a couple more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, coming back onto the palms of your hands. And then if you've walked your foot out, walking your foot back underneath your knee. Underneath your shoulder. Planting your hand on the outside, curling your right toes, straighten your right leg. Send your left leg back to your three-legged dog, giving it a little bit of a gentle shake. And then coming into pigeon pose, so draw your left knee to your left wrist, left ankle to your right, release your right toes. Inhale, walk your hands up to set the hips. And on your exhale, begin to walk your hands out. So coming into reclined pigeon. Letting your left hip settle. Removing any tension from your right leg. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further, challenging your edge? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further, challenging your edge? Letting your left hip settle a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up as you sit on your left glutes, and then draw your right leg forward. Very nice. Making your way to half butterfly, so draw the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Sitting on both sit bones, reach your hands up, slightly turn to your right as you begin to fold over your right leg. And maybe you grab onto your foot, maybe you grab onto your shin or your ankle. But with every exhale, trying to allow your upper body to draw closer to your leg. And if the back of your leg is screaming, always have a slight bend in the knee, which sometimes releases your lower back as well. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you fold a little bit deeper over your right leg? And if your knee was bent, maybe you straighten it a little bit just to draw a little bit more sensation to your hamstring and your calf. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. As you draw your left hand behind you and you reach your right hand forward. On your next inhale, press into your left hand as you draw your hips up and reach your right hand back. Exhale, slowly lower down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Last one, let's hold it at the top. Inhale. Exhale, hold here. On the next inhale, can you reach your fingertips back a little bit further? Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Draw your left leg forward, giving that a little bit of a shake. And then lowering all the way down onto your back, coming into Shavasana. Allowing your palms to rest up. Allow your left hip to begin to settle. Maybe your right hamstring to relax. Allow your shoulders to soften. Take a few more breaths here. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Don't let your knees sway from the right to the left. Gently letting your knees fall to the right side or to the left side, coming back to fetal position. Take a couple breaths here. Take a deep inhale. And a deep exhale. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up and making your way to a seated position. So from here, we're going to come into hero pose, also known as half saddle. So you're going to take your left leg, you're going to bend it so that your knee is forward and your foot is back. So I'll go this way so you can see me as well. And then from here, if it's a little bit tight, you can always slide a block underneath your right glute, which will help you sit up a little bit. And then from here, we're gonna walk our hands back. So I know some people are very flexible, so you can walk all the way down. So this is to stretch out the quadricep of your left leg. So if you're feeling it a lot in your knee, always slide a block up underneath, so that'll give you a little bit of height, which will soften a little bit of the knee. Got a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Then slowly begin to walk your hands back up. Ooh, very nice. As you release your left leg, nice and slow, giving that a little bit of a shake. And then taking your right, bending your right knee now, bringing that right foot behind you, left leg forward. And then from here, you can stay here if this is enough, or you can walk your hands back, coming onto your elbows, or leaning all the way down onto your back. And you might have one quadricep that's a little bit tighter. So for me, my right one's really, really tight tonight. So this is probably where I'll stay. Breathing into the sensations that you're feeling, sliding a block or a cushion underneath your left glute if it's a little bit too intense. Got a few more breaths here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Slowly begin to walk your hands up as you release your right leg, giving that a little bit of a shake. And before we move into Shavasana, we'll come into waterfall. So grab your block, lower all the way down onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Shift your hips up and slide the block underneath your tailbone, straightening both legs up to the sky. Allow your palms to face up. Allow your shoulders to soften. If your mind wanders or gets distracted, just letting that go. Draw your attention back to your breath. Letting your shoulders soften a little bit more. Take a couple more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Slowly begin to bend your knees as you draw them into your chest. Shifting up your hips and sliding the block out from underneath. Giving your knees a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then open up to happy baby. Grab the outside of your feet. Open your knees nice and wide. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, open up to Shavasana. Legs as wide as your mats. Palms to face up. Letting your body melt into the mats. Taking this opportunity to let go. Letting your body find rest. Letting your mind find peace. Breathing into any areas where you might be holding a little bit of tension. Letting your breath bring ease to those areas. Letting your body melt a little bit more into your mats. Taking note of any thoughts that might be rising up. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales. And your exhales. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Your mind to find a little bit more peace. Taking this opportunity to just rest in the stillness. Letting yourself just be. And if your mind wanders or is drifting away, letting that go. Coming back to your breath. Observing your inhales and your exhales. Letting your body relax a little bit more. And on the next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently moving your toes. Slowly waking up your body. Drawing your attention back to the room. And on the next inhale, slowly reaching your arms up and overhead. And as you grab one wrist, gently pull it to one side of the room, feeling the stretch in your side body. Releasing that wrist, grab your other wrist, gently pull it to the opposite side. Releasing that wrist, reach your hands to the very back of the room and your feet to the very front. On your next inhale, take a full body stretch, breathe in. Exhale, let it all go. Slowly draw both knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then let your knees sway from the right to the left. Gently letting your knees fall to your right side or to your left side, coming into fetal position. Offering breaths of gratitude. Grateful for slowing down this evening. Taking time to connect to your body and to your breath. Take a few moments to reflect on the intention you set at the beginning of practice. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up to a seated position, keeping your eyes closed and drawing your hands to heart center when you arrive. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it all go. On the next inhale, draw a gentle smile to your face. Exhale it all out. Take a few moments to thank your body for all the hard work it did this evening. I thank you and I'm very humbled and blessed by your practice. Namaste. Oh, great practice, everyone.
I hope your hips feel wonderful, Julie. Are they gone?
I don't know. Are they?
It is, yeah. Oh, that was wonderful. I feel really good. Thank you.
Ready to go, right, Julie?
Yeah.
They're on their way.
Yeah.
Are we joining at 7? Is that the plan, Mark?
Yeah, let's join at 7.
Okay.
On the other station?
Yeah, on the other station.
All
All right. Have fun, guys. Have a good run at 7.
Yeah, have a good run, you guys.
Thank you.
So are you guys starting at 7 then?
I guess so, because I think that's probably what Julie and Peter are thinking.
Jill,
Jill and Peter are thinking.
Okay,
Are they joining us tonight?
as far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah, we should be back by
Yeah, we should be back around by 8.
8. It was 40, well, hopefully before.
Yeah, it takes about 45 minutes,
Yeah.
Depending how.
but then, we got to get undressed, blah, blah, blah.
Well, the
Um,
last time we met, that was one of the longest social evenings we'd had. I don't know if it's going to be as long this time, but yeah, we'll see how things go. Unless you want us to delay.
Well, here, let me just check with, and see where. I'm just gonna,
You mean like the next
let's
week,
see what,
or-
or you mean next week?
Oh,
Like, did you want to do, are you thinking next week, or are you just thinking a little bit later?
I was thinking maybe a little later just to accommodate you guys, but it doesn't matter to us at this point.
Yeah.
We're flexible.
Yeah, next week.
Okay, because I mean, it's, like, it's.
Next
it's-
week works for us too, Josh, if that's better.
What's that?
Next week
Sorry,
is
I'm
good
gonna
for us.
turn up the volume a bit so I can
Yeah.
hear a bit better. Okay, what was that?
Next week works for us as well, if that's better for you guys. Mark, does that work for you?
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay, let me just see what Jill and Peter are doing here.
We can do it tonight.
Like, we can do it tonight too, and I mean, it's up to you guys. I mean, I can start it at 7. Well, I mean, you guys can start it, and anyone can start the meeting at 7, and then we just join when it starts. it depends on what, it depends on what works out best for you guys too.
Yeah, my concern, guys, is that I don't know how long we'll go this time. Last time we went 2 hours, but the month before then, it was just about an hour. So that's why I don't know what to
Okay, I'm
expect.
Right. I'm just messaging Jill here now.
Would it mean, and,
Yeah, right. And maybe they could join us next week.
I don't know if,
Julie, that's not a bad idea.
unless, I mean, they have,
Other stuff going on.
Okay, well, let me message the group and see then let me see here, where's the
is
group?
that, well, I was saying, maybe if we could do it next week. But
That was a good workout, Mark.
I want Mark's shirt, sweatshirt. It reminds me of my high school days. I love that sweatshirt.
Oh, I know. I just want it to be comfy tonight.
Adidas was very popular in the 70s.
Oh my gosh, I know. It's so awesome.
and they're
Mark,
cute, right?
are you old enough to remember the 70s?
I was born in 78.
Yeah, see, he doesn't remember that.
Okay, Mark, it was wonderful in the 70s. Trust
Yeah,
us.
exactly. Julie doesn't get it either.
Me? I was born in 72, so.
Yeah, please give me a break.
Youngins.
Yeah, exactly. They were teenagers in the 70s, Georgie.
I was talking to a friend and we were talking about John Lennon's death and Elvis's death because my mother was very, and so Lennon was, I think it was 80, right? Because he died on my dad's birthday. So he's like, oh, you don't remember? I said, I do. I remember when, I said, for Elvis, I think I was like 3, I think he was 75, so, or maybe it was like 1976 or something. And I said, I don't think I remember, like I said, I remember it, but it could be because my mom talked about it. So, because if I'm like 4 or whatever, I probably wouldn't remember it. But those were the two big things that.
Yeah. And Michael Jackson.
Oh, that came much later, though.
I know, but those are the big ones, right?
Yeah.
John Lennon, Elvis.
Scotty from Star Trek. That was serious business.
Oh, geez.
What?
Our son, Steven, says he was visiting a friend whose mom was very upset when Michael Jackson died. And he said, what is this thing about Michael Jackson? I went, go. Like, this is big. This is like Elvis for another generation.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Have they gotten back to you, Josh?
No, not yet.
They
I don't
start
know.
drink-
If you've ever watched, do you know Paul Walker?
Yeah.
That's my
Our
favorite.
son
Oh my
was
gosh.
really
Remember when he died? I cried for, I don't know, because I used to watch all his stuff and I thought he was, like such a, came across as a nice guy, and he did a lot of, afterwards we found out a lot of anonymous things, like give money and do everything. So I remember crying like for like 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was too bad.
That was very sad.
Stupid car
That was like a
accidents.
Jimmy Dean story almost, it just like so sad.
Now,
Yeah.
those youngins don't remember Jimmy Dean, okay? That's the 60s.
No, but I only remember Jimmy Dean because of my mom. So she loved Jimmy Dean. But Jimmy Dean played in Giant. If you've ever want to see an old time movie that had Rock Hudson, Elizabeth Taylor, Jimmy Dean, the guy that played in that basketball True Story. Oh my gosh, what's his name? And he plays the bad guy in Speed.
Oh, Hopper.
Yeah,
Dennis Hopper.
Hopper. Like a cast of characters. Oh my God, 4-hour movie, all about Texas oil. Texas oil.
Have a lot of popcorn ready.
Such a good movie. But Jimmy Dean plays in that movie.
We are old, aren't we?
And that long for that time, was that like usual for like the movies being that
Well,
long?
it's like, I guess if you think of Scarlett O'Hara of Gone with the Wind, that was a long movie.
True, yeah.
Giant was a long movie. I'm trying to remember. Like a lot of movies, it wasn't unusual for them to go to 3 hours. Some of the Christmas movies are long.
A Wonderful Life. Yeah,
It's
that's
a
very
Wonderful
long.
Life is 2.5?
Oh, more than that. What was another long?
Gone with, not Gone with It, but The Hills Are Alive. A Sound of Music.
The Easter movie with Charlton Heston, The 10 Commandments.
Oh, yeah.
Now, there's a long one.
Yeah.
We used to watch that a lot. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that just had. That was a must see.
I remember when that first came out, I went to the Gary Theater in Alexandria and watched The 10 Commandments when it first came out. Boy, that's I sound like one old woman, don't I?
Yeah, Moses. Think about that was the
Ten
Oh
Commandments.
no, that
And
was
then
Ben-Hur.
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 Yeah.
Another big
Yeah.
one that I watch quite often.
Isn't Ben-Hur the movie where there's a mistake and one of the cast of characters forgot to take off their watch? So if you watch the movie really well, you'll notice that somebody's got a wristwatch on, which doesn't match the attire for the day.
Yeah. The guy died in a chariot race.
Yes.
That actually happened. They filmed that.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
the other one, Dr. Zhivago. I've watched that because my mother just
Do
loved
you like Dr. Zhivago?
We used to watch it quite. That was my mom, you know. So I haven't watched it recently in a long time. I should go back but it was when I was younger. That was something.
Oh my gosh, Julie, my mom too. And that was a movie we had to all watch. Like my mom was like, "Oh, it's Dr. Zhivago." Like it was like. And I remember when the ice storm happened, we were walking in the neighborhood and our now 90-some-year-old neighbor was walking and he said, "You know what this reminds me of?" And I said, "Let me guess. Dr. Zhivago." And he went, "You know Dr. Zhivago?" I said, "Oh, I've watched that movie so many times. It looks exactly like Dr. Zhivago." Yeah.
So they didn't reply.
Grand, no one's
What
replying
about
to me.
Jill?
Actually, I won a Trivial Pursuit contest in university because the last question was an entertainment question, and it said, "What was the theme song?" or something about what was the music in Dr. Zhivago, and I said it was Lara's theme, and everybody looked at me and said, it was right, and I went, "Oh my gosh, I've never been so happy to have watched a movie so many times."
They're probably like, how does she know that?
Lara, I like that name. Lara.
Yeah, it's pronounced differently, eh?
And
Yeah.
Portuguese, Laura. Of course, they roll the R.
Yes. Lara.
I can't believe it. Usually Jill answers, but I tried calling her. There was no answer.
Maybe
Because,
they've forgotten.
4 minutes. I mean, everyone should be near their computers.
Well, do you want to just do it? And then if Jill reaches out while you're away, we do that next week. And that way it's less pressing for you.
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't matter for, is that a real pain in the derriere or is this good?
No, this is fine.
Yeah, works for me.
And that way maybe we can entice Davina and Amin to join us for a social hour.
Mhm.
Yeah, so leave it on or leave it running, and then
Yeah, if they check in.
Jill, yeah, Jill.
Oh, I see. If they
checks in.
check in, then just tell them to come back next week.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean? Okay.
Well, we
that's fine.
can do that, sure. Or I was just going to try to connect with them.
They can decide.
Okay, so I'll send a message in the group. We'll push it to next week.
Okay.
Next week, hopefully.
You can still drink that wine, okay, guys? It's all right.
I'll probably fall asleep right away if I do.
You won't be tired after that 6K run, Julie. You'll be ready to go.
Well,
Wow,
yeah,
she ran
some
every
of it
4 hours.
was, but other ones I was just like, oh, I wish I could sleep. I wish I could sleep because I knew I had to go again, right? So, but I'd come home and then I'd eat because I can't eat before, and I wasn't even hungry. Like, it's so weird. Like, I'm hungry when I'm like doing all the stuff and doing all this. I wasn't even hungry, and I'm burning like 400 and some calories every run,
Every
right?
run.
So then I'm like, I gotta eat. So I was just eating toast peanut butter and a banana, putting it on there like as a sandwich, or a banana wrap with peanut butter, and then the sweet potato. That's the only thing I can really eat and then run like after. So
Okay, so I'm gonna edit this occurrence of the social to the 14th.
Okay.
But you can still,
Why don't you just make that one, like keep this one and then make another one just in case.
scoop all the addresses. Yeah, because I have to type in all the addresses and everything. Okay, so I'm making this one the 14th. And that's going to Jill, Diane, Mark, Julie, George, Davina, and Amin.
Mhm. Perfect.
Okay, so this one's the 14th. Then so you guys should all get an update.
I just got my update.
Oh, I better stop my,
George is still doing yoga on his watch.
bonus time.
Bonus time.
All right, well, we'll see you guys all next week. Now you can still join the wine social meeting. Like just go to your calendar to the 14th and click join
Sure.
and see if they show up. Because I just edited it, right? So it's still the same meeting, so they may still join it using the old link or something like that.
Okay. If they connect, we'll take care of it, you guys.
Yeah, so just tell them we've moved it to next week and hopefully they
Sure.
join. Like it won't be
Okay.
Amin, it's basically just Jill. Because we know Amin's not going to join.
That's right.
We've obviously talked to you two guys, talked to us, so it's basically if Jill doesn't, so that's the weird thing. Like at 7, I would have thought that she would have popped in by now. Or
Yeah.
answered her phone or something.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'll see you guys in a week.
Yeah.
Have a good run, guys.
Yeah. Have
Thanks,
fun.
Mark.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Take care, guys. Have a good week.
Bye.
Say bye.
Stay well.
Yeah.
Bye.